Dear learners, I welcome you all to this first module of the 5th week online course on Introduction to Distance and Digital Education. This module is on curriculum in distance education. By the end of the 4th week, you have learned about the basic concept of distance and digital education. You must have also learned about the learner support system in Open Learning System and the production of self-learning materials. The transition to e-support services during the COVID pandemic highlights the role of ODL, which is Open and Distance Learning. In this week, we will be talking about curriculum. The main objectives of this module are explain the concept of curriculum and to enlist the different processes of curriculum development in distance education. Dear friends, after the last discussion on the study skills and the strategies for study skills, which is an important aspect in distance education, we will try to further learn about curriculum. One important aim of education in general is the harmonious and all-round development of the individual. In order to achieve this, an educational institution organizes different types of activities that provide educative experiences to the learner. Such activities are collectively termed curriculum. Thus, curriculum is a broad term used to mean the contents of education. It includes formal and informal educational activities which are organized by the educational institutions in order to develop the personality of the learner. It is an important part of the educational process. In other words, curriculum includes the different types of activities organized inside and outside the classroom in order to shape the future of the learner. Apart from formal education in distance education also, curriculum is a necessary component. Today, we will learn about the concept of curriculum, curriculum development process, and the major approaches of curriculum in the field of distance education. Let us talk about the concept of curriculum. The term curriculum is derived from the Latin word currere, which means run. It signifies a runway or a course which one runs to reach a goal. Thus, curriculum means a course to be run for reaching a certain goal. Curriculum consists of the subject matter or content of education. It includes formal and informal activities which are organized by the educational institutions in order to achieve the goals of education. It is an important factor in the process of education. Curriculum is a term used for properly planned activities and experiences which are organized by an educational institution for the learners. It includes both the curricular and co-curricular activities. Curriculum refers to the total program of the school organized for the students inside and outside the classroom. It is the sum total of good learning experiences that the students get in order to achieve the goals of education. It is framed in accordance with the educational policy of the nation. Sometimes the two words curriculum and syllabus are used interchangeably, which is not correct. Curriculum is a comprehensive term used to signify all the educational activities organized by an education institution, whereas syllabus is narrowly conceived as a subject matter framed, keeping in view the term and examination. Whereas a syllabus is the prescribed lessons for a particular subject and the standard to be maintained, syllabus is not curriculum but a part of it. It is mainly concerned with the activities which are organized inside the classroom. Thus, from the above discussion, it is found that curriculum stands for a school's written course of study and other curriculum materials, the subject content taught to the learners, the course offered in a school, and the totality of planned learning experiences offered to learners in a school. Renowned educationists and education commissions have put forward their views regarding the concept of curriculum. Some of them are mentioned here. According to A.V. Kelly, Professor of Curriculum Studies at Goldsmiths College, University of London. Curriculum refers to the total program of an educational institution. According to Monroe, curriculum embodies all the experiences which are utilized by the school to attain the aims of education. According to Cunningham, curriculum refers to a tool in the hands of the artist, meaning the teacher, to mold his material, referring to pupils, according to his ideal, which is objective, in his studio, which is the school. According to Dr. Zakir Hussain, curriculum implies study of languages, science and technology, social science, art, craft, music, and physical education. It involves courses, activities, experiences, and thus complete environment of the institution. According to Crow and Crow, curriculum includes all the learner's experiences in or outside school that are included in a program which has been devised to help him develop mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, spiritually, and morally. According to Rudyard and Cronenberg, curriculum in its broadest sense includes the complete school environment involving all the courses, activities, reading, and associations furnished the pupils in school. According to Pine, curriculum consists of all the situations that the school may select and consciously organize for the purpose of developing the personality of pupils and for making behavior changes in them. According to Froebel, curriculum should be conceived as an epitome of the rounded whole of the knowledge and experiences of the human race. According to Richmond, the curriculum is really the entire program of the school's work. It is the essential means of education. It is everything that the students and their teachers do. Thus, it is twofold in nature, being made up of the activities, the things done, and of the materials with which they are done. According to the report of the Secondary Education Commission 1952-53, curriculum does not mean only the academic subjects traditionally taught in the school, but it includes the totality of experiences that pupil receives through the manifold activities that go on in the school, in the classroom, library, laboratory, workshop, playground, and in the numerous informal contacts between teachers and pupils. In this sense, the whole life of the school becomes the curriculum which can touch the life of the students at all points and help in the evolution of balanced personality. The curriculum of distance education is used to describe the teaching materials and other components of study. A typical Open University curriculum will consist of a number of texts, usually called units, audio and video components, counseling or contact sessions, assignment and correspondence teaching, library work, laboratory work, project work, and so on. Let us now move on to understand the process of curriculum development. The process of curriculum development for conventional education and distance education is not same. In the conventional system, the teachers depend on the syllabus, readily available textbooks, and the model question papers, and so on to teach the students in a classroom. Through classroom lectures and tutorials, the students comprehend the text and appear for examinations at the end of the term or semester. In this system, there is a greater opportunity for the students to come into contact with the teachers, discuss their academic problems, and assess their performance in many formal and informal ways. However, in distance education, the whole system is different. Therefore, the process of curriculum development is also different. Distance learning has come a long way since its emergence into the educational arena few decades back. The mode of teaching and learning, which initially started as a print medium of learning, has evolved into an online learning method supplemented by multimedia. With the availability of flexible technological tools, the development of a distance learning curriculum has not become an easy job. The task in developing a distance learning curriculum is to ensure that the students are guided in achieving the intended outcomes in an effective and sustainable learning environment. In developing a curriculum, the designers need to be conscious about the disparities between traditional face-to-face learning and distance learning. The critiques are pointing to several deficiencies that could arise in a distance mode, which are: number 1, lack of interaction. Number 2, poor student mentorship. Number 3, lack of motivation. Number 4, inability to promote motor skill development. Number 5, inefficient in promoting good attitudes. Number 6, absent student-teacher bonding. Number 7, failure in developing oral skills. And lastly, inefficient feedback system. The distance education curriculum should be developed in such a way to minimize the negative impact caused by being at a distance. In order to achieve this, the following design strategies can be made use of. First, identify the target learner group and analyze their characteristics such as learning style, prior knowledge, motivational factors, intention for doing the course, and the ability to apply what was learned, etc. Secondly, identify the learning outcomes of the course and based on the target group, develop the objectives which are both realistic as well as measurable in order to achieve the intended outcomes. Thirdly, gather the content that should be made use of in the process of achieving the intended objectives. Fourthly, identify the mode of delivery of instructional content in a proposed distance learning process. Fifth, identify the teaching tools available for the distance program in the selected method of content delivery. This may be presentations, video, podcasts, PDF files, images, etc. in an online environment. Sixth, identify the methods available for interaction through the intended distance education system. In an online environment, discussion boards and chat areas would be the getaways for interaction. Number 7, develop the instructional material following consideration of available options, intended learner characteristics, learning objectives, as well as the cost effectiveness. The next design strategy would be to present the instructional content through designated strategies in a realistic time frame with adequate mentorship. The program should promote discipline as well as maintain adequate motivation. And lastly, develop a proper mechanism in which continuous feedback is encouraged. Open and distance learning materials are based on the principles of learning theories to create desirable conditions that will facilitate effective self-learning. That is, knowing the objective, following the content step by step, involving the students actively in learning, and so on. A distance learning text is designed and written in a modular format to help home-based students to learn themselves effectively. The course material development processes essentially overcomes the 4 stages: pre-planning stage, planning stage, authoring stage, and the production stage. Let us know about the pre-planning stage. In this stage, the following works are done. Firstly, preparing a rough syllabus of the course. Secondly, finalization of the syllabus after discussing the same in workshops and curriculum development committees. Thirdly, approval of the academic council of the institution, writers and editors workshop. Fourthly, preparation of the model module. And lastly, selection of writers and editors. The next stage is the planning stage. When planning a course for distance education, the following questions are to be considered. First, what is the subject matter and content of the course? Second, what is the aim and objective of the course? Third, how much time will the students need to complete the course? Study and assessment. 4. Who are the target audience? We have to know their levels of education, their employment status, and etc. Fifth, what are the other resources to be provided along with textbook? 6. How will the course be assessed? 7. How long will the course be? We have to be sure as to how many credits to be given in an approximate number. The third stage would be the authoring stage, and this stage includes the following works. First, manuscript authoring. Second, collecting the manuscripts from the authors. Third, sending the manuscripts to referees. Fourth, editing the manuscript. And fifth, obtaining copyright permission. The last stage is a production stage, and the following works are to be done in this particular stage. First, word processing and typeset. Second, style editing. Third, first proofreading. Fourth, team meeting. Fifth, corrections or illustrations. Sixth, second round of checking for style and setting. Seventh, second proofreading. Eighth, corrections. Ninth, final check by the author and instructional designer. And the 10th, printing. Apart from these technical issues and components, one of the most important things that should be kept in mind while developing the curriculum for the learners is that the basic function of curriculum is to prepare the young generation for the future. Therefore, the concerned authority designing and planning the curriculum must consider the changing times and the requirements of the people and situations. Some important questions are to be looked at before developing the curriculum in any stage of the educational level. These are: what is the role of education in our society? Can the future of our society be influenced by the prevalent curriculum pattern in the educational institutions? How can we effectively involve others in planning the curriculum for the future of our society? Besides these above mentioned questions, there are some other aspects and evolving phenomena that influence the curriculum in the near future, which are demographic changes such as sex, age pattern, young population, etc. Technological innovations, example use of machines and increase in productivity. Social innovations that necessitate new system of education. Cultural diffusion, transfer of idea, acculturation due to travel, trade, employment, media, etc. Global trend of education that include global learning, internationalization of education, etc. Rise of the interdisciplinary approach, knowledge of various disciplines. For the learners of the ODL system, the curriculum should be designed in such a way that it is interactive in nature. In the ODL system, the curriculum is known as self-learning materials. With the help of these SLMs or self-learning materials, the learners can learn independently without taking extra help and assistance. The contents must be significant in terms of their contributions to the basic ideas, concepts, etc., particularly to learning abilities. The utility criterion of the curriculum is concerned with the usefulness of the content. The SLMs or the self-learning materials must be up to date, timely published, and necessary modifications should be done from time to time. So dear learners, basically in this module, we have discussed the meaning of curriculum put forward by leading educationists and the process of developing a curriculum. We have also learned that the curriculum development varies in conventional system and in distance education. The curriculum in ODL system or open and distance learning system must ensure that the learner is able to interact in the absence of a teacher and learn independently. In the next module, we shall discuss on one of the important components of distance and digital education, which is approaches of curriculum development in the online courses. See you soon.